Hi, it's Doug Lambert, and the story that I'm going to be sharing with you today is about the strategic imperative of developing local talent. And this particular story relates to developing Emirati talent. So it relates to a one-year journey that 15 Emirati talents were exposed to. And this journey had many parts to it. It started off with a rigorous selection process. So from a big pool of hundreds of talents, we chose 15 to go on this journey. And we chose them taking account of upward potential, fit with business needs, succession plan, and most importantly, their attitude. We chose people who really wanted to learn and grow and go the extra mile. So there are many parts to the program. It was a one-year program. We had business coaching once a month. We had well-being coaching. Then we had a range of different workshops on subjects like self-awareness, strategic thinking, team effectiveness, talking in public, basic financial skills. So lots of different workshops. We also exposed the delegates to project management. So we taught them how to manage a project, and then they actually managed projects for the whole year on really important topics. The other thing we did was, halfway through the program, we had a self-assessment interview for each of them individually, together with their line manager and also with VP Human Capital and myself. And this made them really have a good look at themselves at this stage of the program. How were they doing? How were they applying what they'd learnt? How were they developing as role models and leaders? They got feedback from their line, and we had a forward look in their career. What's their next career prospect, and what are the things they need to do to keep working towards this? And then at the end of the one-year program, we had a really great graduation ceremony. It was attended by senior executives, CEO, Exco. We had a group of about 50 people there. And what happened in this, amongst other things, is we got each of the 15 delegates to stand up on the stage and talk about part of the journey and also how they changed and the effect of this. So as I reflect on the graduation ceremony now, a number of things stand out for me. First of all, how each delegate really developed as a leader and as a role model in their own different ways. And this was noticed not only by themselves, but by their colleagues, their team members, their line managers, even their VPs became aware of the changes in them. So development of each person was the first thing that stood out for me. The next thing was their potential became very visible. Because of all the different exposures they had, working on projects, meeting with stakeholders, people became aware of their potential. So potential became much more visible, and this helped with succession planning and thinking of their next roles. The next thing was confidence. All of them had become much more comfortable in their own skins. When they interacted with each other within the group of 15 or in their little project team of 5, or when they were meeting with other stakeholders, they were much more comfortable and much more confident. And in fact, when they were on the stage with a microphone in their hand talking in public, they spoke with passion and ownership, and they were relaxed. They really became much more confident. And the last thing that stood out for me was appreciation. They were so grateful for this opportunity to learn and grow. And in fact, some of them, several of them, made reference when they were doing their final speech on graduation to the fact that they were thinking of leaving the organization because of lack of growth opportunity. And this experience changed their mind. They were going to stay on in the organization. So as we think about this sort of program to bring the best out of Emirati talent in this case, what were the critical success factors? The first one, and hugely important, was shared interest and ownership by senior executives, by the CEO, by Vice President Human Capital, taking a close interest in them. And the delegates, knowing that there was this close interest in them and what they were doing and everything on the program, it motivated them to go the extra mile. The next thing that stood out was them taking ownership. This was a critical success factor, that they took ownership of their own development to really apply everything they've learnt. They thought ahead to their next roles, and they started progressing, reading and applying and doing extra things to own their own development. Another thing that was critical for them was work-life balance. So all of these individuals had very busy jobs. Now they had all these extra activities from the program, and they all became so aware of the importance of having balance. Time for family, time for health, and really prioritizing the important things at work so they didn't get lost in routine stuff. And the last thing that for me was really critical on the program was taking them out of their comfort zones. So not only did they learn and grow from all the workshops and things, we took them out of their comfort zones to take them to a higher level of stretch. So how did we do this? We gave them all sorts of exposures where they had to present to the management team. Even the projects they were working on, they had to work interdependently with people. They had to reach out to stakeholders who were difficult to get time with. So often when people are being developed, what they need most is to be taken out of their comfort zone. So when we think about these sort of development programs, what is the secret? The secret is that the individual on the program has to really want it. They've got to be really motivated to go the extra mile on it. And this is what brings out the best in them. So I hope you found that interesting. Thank you.